Dave, let me ask you, why do you want to own? What is your drive for ownership?
Yeah, I mean, that's a great question, Mike. I mean, I think we all think about it at some point. I can tell you that I had a 5-year plan when I first graduated, and that somehow has turned into an 18-year plan. I think there's benefits with that. I don't believe that I would have been as prepared as I am right now had I done it at 5 years. But the intention was always to open up my own hospital. It really was. And there just had been some things over the last 6 months that lined up that made it so it makes sense. There's so many reasons why I want to open up a hospital. There's things that I've seen in the past that I would like to do differently. Could be from a quality medicine standpoint, an equipment standpoint, things that I would love. Could be from a para support standpoint. So it gives me the opportunity to explore that, to have the decision-making ability to do that. That's what I see. I think there's not I know that I'm not under any delusion that there's complete freedom. I mean, you're tied to a hospital. It's 24/7. I completely get that. But, I think there is freedom within that I really look forward to. So there's the business piece. There's that piece that really appeals to me. But then there's also, I have a 12-year-old daughter that wants to be a veterinarian. And, it's a legacy, right? I over the last 2 or 3 years, I've been thinking, how do I prop her up? How do I do things that prepare her best? One of the best experience I have ever had that got me into vet school and that I think prepared me for practicing was being a veterinary technician. To be able to set catheters, to be able to draw blood, to see things before it was ultimately my responsibility to do it. I underestimated how much I absorbed through that. It really helped me. So I would love to pass that on to my daughter. I would love to have her, set her up for success. I don't think she will take over the hospital. She's sort of thinking more in the aquatic area, but I think it would be a great experience for her. My wife is also, she was a hospital director, so I think that would be very helpful. She's been a stay-at-home mom for the last 13 years, which is, we all know, an incredibly difficult and amazing job. But I think having us as a family tackle it, that adds another dynamic that really appeals to me. So there's just so many things, but those would be the big things: the family, and then the business, and the freedom, and the autonomy. So.
It's funny because I think you're along the lines of many owners out there. They want to kind of change the veterinary landscape. That's how I describe what I want to do as far as the quality of life of the veterinary employees. That's a big thing for me. Is the quality of life for veterinarians. I think that leads to a lot of our struggles and so forth. And I think it's great. First thing I'm thinking, your wife is like, awesome. You got a manager. You got a manager that's in the family. So literally,
Yeah.
She'll probably be your most expensive employee, but that kind of funnels back.
Yes. Yeah.
And the other thing was your daughter's the third person interested in veterinary medicine that wants to go to the aquatic side. I've got a student working for me right now. She's doing an externship down in Florida. It's interesting. It's interesting what I don't know what that drive was, that's a very interesting thing. Absolutely interesting.
She and interesting enough is she just got in, which was a huge milestone, to AVC for the vet school week.
Yeah. That's awesome.
So we're doing that at the beginning of July, and so it's amazing. I don't know if you've ever looked at that, but the schedule is it's like a week straight out of vet school. There's anatomy, there's internal medicine, there's large animals. So that'll be a good experience for her too. It's funny, you said the compassion thing for veterinarians. That's actually it should be for everybody. That's also a huge motivation for me because I think compassion fatigue, stress, I would love to be involved, I guess, with tackling that, and I think private practice would be a good avenue to do that.